All right, now we can't ignore the 600-pound gorilla in the room. You know, we should say it if we haven't already. These two gentlemen are in a band called Wilco, a little local band out of
combo.
skiffle band out of Chicago. John is a bass player, and Pat is, like I said, multi-instrumentalist. I remember the first time I saw you when you were at the band, it just really added a spark to it. It was,
Thanks.
And I was lectured by our bald-headed producer here that he goes, don't turn this into a Chris Farley thing where you're fawning over these guys, you know. So I'm a big fan, and it's exciting to see you guys who are as talented as you are in a known name like Wilco, and then taking this talent into your own side project. You've told this story, and your eyes are going to roll back in your head. I'm going to have to hold your tongue down so you don't swallow it. But this show is about independent music and really about how a lot of great music just gets stifled or is prevented from getting out to mainstream because of major labels. So do you mind giving a real quick recap of what the travails that Wilco went through with the major label, that whole thing, which was Yankee Hotel Fox?
Yeah, I can. A brief recap.
And what impact it had on how you're doing things today with Autumn Defense. I think that would be a good time.
Well, yeah. Basically, we were just dropped from Reprise after 6 years or whatever, and we had a tour, and we just basically needed to publicize the tour. We wanted people to have some interest in coming out to see the band. This was the fall of 2001. It was a weird time as it was. So
right.
We streamed the record and
for free.
Yeah, and it was the real nascent days of that. It seemed like you could kind of do anything, you know. But with we had some people that had the know-how. Ken Wagner and Tony and Jeff were willing to give it a try, and for promotion more than anything, to get people out to the shows, and then we successfully did the tour, and then people, we recorded and recorded by labels. We were given the record as part of the deal, and we ended up at Nonesuch, who was a label a lot like Wilco in a way, pretty autonomous.
Mm-hmm.
Like even though they have whatever ties with Warner's and distribution and everything. So we went with a company that really stuck to their own guns, and there's definitely I think there's a lot of spirit of that with this group and with a lot of other people at this point. It's just like, don't expect anyone to help you with anything.
Really?
It's just it's tough. It's a tough world. No one's getting paid, and just keep it going yourself however you can.
Which to me is ironic. I mean, musicians are pretty sensitive, souls, and you're going up against this real hard, cold world out there where you just, all you want to do is make this music, and you realize that it's not about that a lot of the time. So.
Oh well, yeah. It's. I mean, I didn't have any illusions about the horrible. If you were fans of any band like Big Star,
right.
It was almost.
You'd heard
it was
the stories.
it was just the way it was.
Right.
If you were great, no one was going to hear your record. After a certain period, especially in the '70s, after the great passing of a lot of the great bands, it was just kind of what you expected,
Okay.
But so I was happy to be on a band,
in
a band on a major label for that many years to begin with. So.
Well, like it or not, Wilco's become the poster children of how to not only just follow your heart, keep your artistic integrity, and just do what you feel is right, and music will find. I mean, the art will find the right people in the audience, which is cool to see. Actually, because a lot of times that doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times,
it's really true.